Shall we begin?
Hey everyone, so this is our online dating experiment. We did a little experiment to see how an Asian dude and a white dude would do if we had their profiles pretty much the same, see what kind of replies we would get.
With the two people that we picked, we tried to make them basically the same attractiveness level and make them a similar height, similar income. Basically kind of, not strange guys, not super cool guys, but enough to be intriguing to women, but not the kind that would just automatically get tons and tons of likes either. So we wanted to kind of get hit for the middle of the road slightly better and then see how our white guy would do against our Asian guy. So this is our white guy here. So I chose this photo, right, Ty?
Yes.
In the 310, which is a very white part of Los Angeles. For those of us in Los Angeles, we all know that. And I chose this guy. I thought he would be kind of, he definitely looked like he went to college. He looks like somebody that is intelligent, that would have a nice conversation with, wouldn't be threatening. And so, yeah, we didn't want to, make our white guy too douchebaggy.
I mean, he seems, like sort of like an indie academic.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you go to the about section, basically we made them pretty much the same, like that they owned a business that dealt with music or art. And, we made them a little bit self-effacing and laughing at my own jokes.
Yeah, originally we were going to make the white guy a little bit more douchebaggy. Have him really self-centered and into himself, kind of more alpha male-ish, but we couldn't find an accurate picture of that. So we ended up going with the picture and then matching the answers to the actual picture. Our guy seems nice enough. I thought he would do decently well.
Yeah. As you can see, we've had the profiles up for 5 days. He's received one message, 4 visitors. And so before I go into those messages, let's go take a look at the Asian guy. So yes, here's our Asian guy. His name is GoCal Guy. Let's take a quick look at the photos. I think this is a great cover picture. So this is like the thinking man.
Oh, the puppy.
And the
puppy is a master stroke.
Surprised by a stranger in Thailand.
Very nice Thai. So initially when we picked the Asian guy, I remember you saying that this guy was actually not that good looking. For the viewers at home, we should let you know that I, Elliott, am straight, whereas Ty is gay. So I thought as a straight man, this is the kind of man that straight woman would probably like. Ty, you gave him, what did you give him? Like 6?
I gave him a 6, which that's not a bad score. So
that's really tough. That's like,
what would you give this?
You're 8,
So you give this guy 8 then?
He's pretty close to 8, yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I have very discerning tastes. So just real quick, in about his profile is pretty much the same, like music lover, funny guy, runs a company, same height, same income.
I think our guy looks a little bit more regular guy-ish, whereas the other guy looks a little bit more alternative-y. And our guy looks more athletic. And I think our guy is obviously more classically handsome than the other guy.
Yeah. Okay, so let's just look at the messages. So this is actually a surprise to us. Like, we have not seen the messages yet.
Yes, I'm eagerly awaiting. Yes.
So,
white women, come on.
Hey, how's your week going so far? Ready for Christmas? She's pretty cute, don't you think, Elliott?
Yeah, sure.
Here, let's look at our pictures.
Well, I'm very proud of our guy. He did well so far. He doesn't seem like a serial killer.
Yeah, she seems pretty normal.
Can we find out if she likes Asian guys more or white guys? Is there a possibility?
That we'd have to kind of go through the questions, so it it'll probably take longer than we have time for.
Oh, she's Korean. I see Korean.
She's 5'8". That's quite.
She's 5'8".
Quite tall for Asian.
I've tried online dating and it generally sucked for me. So I'm wondering if I was 5'10", would things would women like this miraculously appear?
Maybe. 6 things she could never do without are God, family, car, money, internet, and iPhone.
That's pretty close to mine.
Oh, are we talking about you now, Elliott?
I'm not evaluating. She's 23. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on to the next lucky contestant. Yes, I recognize that name. Yeah, well, just the background. While we were making this profile, she was the first one, like instantly, to like lock onto our guy.
Oh,
Remember
okay.
Ty?
But she complimented our guy on his smile. She looks kind of cross-eyed in that picture, but
Ty, as a gay man, would you give her a chance?
yeah, yeah, a chance.
So our guy, who's 28, is able to bag, a 22-year-old and a 23-year-old.
Yeah,
Good job.
I guess we'll just stick with that, and then let's just really quickly look at the visitors. So these are anyone who just kind of saw our guy's photo and just clicked on his image and just browsed it. So we
Wow.
have one, two, three. There's a white woman in there. I see. So at least 3 out of 11 white.
The majority are Asian, though. We would say like what 70 to 80% are Asian.
So let's sign out and go to the white guy's profile now. Okay, so now we're back at our white guy's profile in the 310. And as you can see, he's received one message and 4 visitors. Hopefully this message is... Oh, it's just from Alice, so he's received 0 messages.
The poor white guy.
Yeah, as a reminder, Alice is a staff member from OkCupid. So let's...
I have a new definition for the term white guilt. I feel white guilt for putting him through this.
Okay, so visitors.
White girl, Asian girl, white girl, black girl, white girl, Asian girl.
A pretty good mix.
Yeah. Well, except that compared to our guy, basically the racist team seemed to stick with themselves, right? Our Asian guy got
Right.
a lot more Asian girls, and the white guy got a lot more white girls.
But other girls too, so more of a variety.
Yeah, yeah.
And actually, he got more than 4. He got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Uh-huh. But obviously none of them found him attractive enough to write to.
Right.
So that's very interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so from this little experiment, what do you think we can conclude, Elliot?
Well, I think what we can say, at least for sure, is that I think it has to do with a lot of it. Internet dating has to do with physical attractiveness. My hypothesis would be if we bumped up the white guy's attractiveness level, gave him more hair, more of a classically handsome look to himself, I think he would have done better. I had thought that actually a lot of women would find this guy attractive because he just seemed interesting, less than handsome, whereas the other guy seemed more handsome than interesting to me. But maybe it is, yeah, like on the internet, appearances are very, very important and very, very strong, especially in dating. And so, you got to get clicks and you got to get people to respond to you. A good, appealing face is really going to do that. Originally, I don't know about you, Ty, but I had thought that the Asian guy would get a lot less messages than the white guy, just numbers-wise. There's more white people than Asian people on this dating site, I'm assuming. So, and the typical stuff about, white guys having an easier time online dating and all that kind of stuff too. So this kind of burst our bubble, actually. This is actually making me really think and going back to the drawing board about all these preconceptions that I had about what might and might not be successful online.
Yeah, definitely something to think about. Although, I just thought of something, and maybe most white people are busy celebrating the holidays, and Asian people have plenty of time to go on dating sites.
Right.
It could be
Yeah.
any number of factors.
So what did you think? Did you think also that the Asian guy would do less well than the white guy?
I guess I didn't really have any expectations. Like I knew that, the statistic was there, but I didn't assume that he would get less, the Asian guy. But once the visitors and messages piled in for our Asian guy, I was like, oh, see, Elliot, you didn't choose a good white guy. I was so easy to play the blame game.
Well, because I was in my mind, I think I was so set trying to overcompensate for the Asian guy. Like I thought he came from a natural disadvantaged position that I needed to make him slightly more handsome for him to compete with the white guy. So maybe these are my own internal issues, obviously, if I frame it like that. But I had assumed that just for us to be on somewhat level ground, that our Asian guy had to have a good shot. Initially, we were going to go with an Asian guy, but I didn't think he was that good looking, and I was like, well, I don't think he's going to get any clicks. But we ended up choosing one that was relatively good looking.
I guess the power of that smile, like he had a good smile. You must admit, yeah. And whereas the 310, he's just kind of like mild smile, like kind of grin there.
He's intense though. He's intense. You know what's funny? I found myself rooting for the Asian guy initially, and then now that the white guy didn't get any messages, I'm rooting for him. Like he's my guy now. It makes no sense.
That's, yeah.
No sense whatsoever.
You're just an underdog supporter.
No, I think what it is like I think I would identify in terms of the photo and maybe even the description a bit more with the 310 guy, except that he's white. I'm just saying that the Asian guy seemed very, I don't know, kind of like vanilla bread, like happy and smiling and likes to travel. Like I didn't really think that there was anything that interesting about him, whereas this guy seems to just seem more interesting to talk to. But I just looked at a picture. So which one would you choose to date? Pretending that they're gay.
Oh, definitely the Asian guy.
Why?
But I guess I have I have a preference for Asian. Yeah.
Is there anything we could do to the white guy to make him attractive to you, besides making him Asian?
Yeah, you could make him more attractive.
Yeah. All right. So I guess men are quite shallow.
Yeah. So I guess we might decide to do a little follow-up to this and kind of run this and see if we get more messages and visitors. And so we'll kind of add another video to this one. Yeah, so tell us what you think, what we've done with this video, and yeah, leave some comments and let us know.
If there's any suggestions for things that we could try, please let us know. We're all about getting our audience involved and having fun with this, respectfully, of course, respectful fun. But I think there's actually a lot of different things that we could try with these kind of little social dating experiments. So I'm looking forward to seeing the comments and hearing back from you about what you think we could do to make this even more awesome.